and Jacob had that moment on your honeymoon in Vegas, and then after that, it was like there's no connection, there's nothing going on. Save this man's reputation a little bit, because it seems like...
Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. We're talking about the fact that Hayley confirmed that old boy Jacob's sex was on a mad thing. It wasn't good enough for her, you understand? And we've been saying it on the lives for the past few weeks. The Jacobites, the Jacobians who defended him all season long, we did say that potentially the sex might have been a certain type of way for Hayley. But I mean, to be honest, I do feel like Hayley's got a little bit of mean girl vibes anyway. But she confirmed what we all thought was the issue. So before we go any further, if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you got the minerals, you got the minerals. Let's get into the video. Let's get deep with it, baby. All right, cool. Listen, hey, don't forget as well, listen, stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. You understand? Listen, grab your hoodie down below. You got me? All right, cool.
That moment that y'all connected, you...
No, I'm sorry. That laugh in itself. You see what she did? Because she really knows where the conversation's going. Let's keep it 100 real. Okay, look. I think Hayley has come with some bad vibes towards this particular show. I'm hearing there was rumors about another YouTuber who exposed that Jacob had said to them that Jacob had overheard a conversation with overheard Hayley blurt out that Hayley had been with someone for her ex apparently 7 days before the show. I don't know. But what I do know is that, you know, we kind of saw this coming, you know, because on the lives that we were doing every Thursday, which we'll be doing tonight, guys, as well. If you're getting this video out tomorrow, then it would have been yesterday. But obviously, what we saw with Hayley and Jacob was that we kind of felt that this was the issue, right? Because the way that she dodged sex after was unique, you know, and the way that she never spoke about the sex was unique. The fact that she had sex on a drunk night, and that's where the issue started from. Because he said basically after that night, things started going sour. If stuff goes sour after the sex that night, something must have gone really wrong. Okay, now I think for her, as she said herself, it was the final straw. It was like, you know, the ender. It was the finisher. It was the breakdown. It was the one thing that sent her over the edge. And listen, sex is a very important part of relationships, anybody's relationship. Okay, I'm not going to blast her. If the sex was dead, the sex was dead. I can't say anything about that. Should that define your relationship? Probably not, but I'm gonna and because to be honest, people can be trained, people can be taught, people can learn on the job. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not a be all and end all situation, right? The sex is trash, but you can, you know, you can work this thing out. You can, you know, find ways to improve one another, right? So it's not something that's an end game and is an ender. Do you feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So, but obviously for, you know, Hayley and for Hayley especially, it was an ender. And she struggles not to tell us the full truth of her and Jacob's physical intimacy on this particular part of the show. Let's watch a bit more.
Didn't connect, and that there was no...
Look at Virginia. The myth, Virginia goes, they already know the story. The girls their reaction tells you everything. They already know the story. They already know what went down. They already know how bad it was. She's already told them off camera. You understand? Like, she didn't. I respect that, because she never said it on camera at the time. We never. Well, we don't know if she did, and they cut it out. But obviously, it's something that's come up now because it's it's obviously something that has shown itself now because it asked Hayley the question, and obviously the girl's reaction has told us everything we need to know. This thing has been an issue, and she's spoken about it vigorously to the girls. That's why Virginia's reaction is moving her head like the way it did.
Fire, no heat.
No, we didn't connect.
Oh, you see how quick she said, no, we didn't connect. Like, I don't want to get on her neck, you know, because like, no, because when sex is dead, it's dead. You know, no one's where it's dead. And already the physical attraction was already suffering. So she already had a physical attraction thing that she suffered with. My thing is this: did they ever have a conversation after the sex to say, "Hey, look, do you know what? The sex wasn't that great. Can we work on this?" Right? But because she never was really interested in him, she used him for sex. That's the truth. She wasn't really attracted to him. She did the same thing Chris did. Oh no, she did the same thing Chris did. Yeah, she just didn't prolong the madness, but she did the same thing Chris did. She wasn't really interested, wasn't really attracted to him. Then she slept with him, and then it went downhill from there. Now, I'm not sure what was missing. I mean, the size of his penis shouldn't be something that's going to tear you away from a relationship. So I doubt it's that. It's probably what was happening in the sexual compartments. I don't know. I don't even want to think about it. I don't even want to even imagine what went wrong. You know what I'm saying? All I need to know is that it went wrong. You feel me? Yeah, that's all I need to know. Let's play a little bit more.
I came in wanting this to work, obviously. And I felt like I was exhausting all of my options. I was trying to find an emotional connection.
So she's making this complaint that, you know what, she tried her absolute best. She put all her effort into this. She worked hard, played hard, tried to make him, you know, tried to do all the chasing after him, tried to make sure she went after him, tried to make sure she was, you know, putting in effort to really, to make this relationship work. And everything wasn't working. And so she exhausted everything, including emotional connection, and it just weren't cutting it. So now this gives us a bit more into the mindset in terms of you've tried everything. And this is what I think the girls kind of said this on the live as well weeks back, which was you tried everything and now you're at the point of trying this last desperational hit. Guess what? Sex is not a replacement for emotional connection. Let me say it again for you, those in the back you don't hear. And let me stay hydrated when I say it. Sex is not, let's say it one more time. Sex is not a replacement for the emotional connection. You cannot replace sex as an emotional connection. It's only short-lived. So if the connection emotionally wasn't there, you know, it'll be hard pressed to have the sexual connection. Now, here's the thing. What if the sex banged? No, question, real split. What would have happened to Hayley if the sex banged? Would she have fallen in love or would she have used him for sex? That's a question. That's another question, you see. If it did bang, but the emotional connection wasn't there, what would have happened? Do you get me? What would have happened? What would she have done then? If the sex connected and then there's no emotional connection? Or you can't physically be around each other. Guess what's going to happen? You're either going to use him, okay? Yeah? You're either going to use him, or it's going to be a case of you falling in love with the D and not the J. And you would have been in an even more difficult predicament. So I'm kind of glad that it didn't go that way, because it would have been very, very difficult to if you're going to be having sex and you don't really like each other. Or they might have lied to each other and said, yeah, we're really close, but we'd have seen the disjointedness of their relationship come through on screen, right? Dangerous times.
I was trying to find a physical connection, and my last straw was the physical connection. And when that didn't work, I was like, all right, where do we...
So as she says herself, she snitched on herself. She tried a last ditch resolution to physically connect, and it didn't work. And this is a lesson to anybody out there as well. Listen, as you get older, and you get wiser and more experienced, this whole lying to yourself about trying to connect to someone physically above everything else will disappear. As you get older, more mature and more experienced, you'll realize a relationship where there's no emotional connection with sex can be interesting, can be fun for a while, but it's not long standing. It's not a foundation you build your relationship upon. Because the sex has a time limit on it. The time limit is your body, baby. Okay, it's your body. Your body can only do this for so long. So you see, so once that ends, what do you have left? What about the times when you can't have sex? What about the times when she's on the period? What about the times when she's pregnant? What about the times when she has to go away for work, or you have to go away for work and you're not able to see each other? The relationship can't be built on sex. that can't be the kickstart either. There has to be interpersonal connection of attitudes, values, your thoughts, your plans, you know, your ideas, how you see yourself in a few years' time, and life plan as well. Those things need to be in alignment with one another, or at least we need to know what we're doing and working towards those goals. The sex doesn't help that. Sex kind of clouds it. The sex is meant to be the glue that ties it all together. Everything else is meant to be amazing, and then the sex on top of that is like the cherry on top, right? The sex is the cherry top that makes it go bellismo. You know what I mean? Like, that's what makes it that extra spice. Sex is that special ingredient in a food that makes it from good to banging. Do you understand? Yeah? So you don't just use sex anyhow. You don't just use a Maggie cube anyhow. Right? You don't just use the chicken stock anyhow. Do you know what I'm saying? You don't just use the special spices anyhow. You don't just dash it in every meal. It doesn't work like that. You have to dash the right amount at the right type of ingredient combination. The same with your relationship. Your relationship's got to be going good already, and then you add the sex in there, and it's the cream to the crop. You know what I'm saying? So let's play a bit more.
We go from here.
From a fan standpoint, it looked like it was horrible. I'm out.
No, that laugh there tells you everything you need to know. See, it was horrible. I'm out. Listen, she doesn't have to say it. She confirmed it. The sex was dead, trash, bad. Just no working for her. You understand? Like, the sex weren't cutting it, bruv. That's the truth. So we got to see that and got to hear that from her own lips, but we already knew that by the way she was behaving and what she said. So do you see how interesting it is? We can pick up cues from people without them actually saying something. Do you know how? So that's what I'm trying to say. Like, you have to pay attention as an individual. Pay attention, observe. Don't just move. Pay attention. Observe. Take time, slow down. I just want to get to know you. You know what I mean? Like, slow it down. Why are you in a rush? How are you going to see what the person's really like? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I like to pay attention. I like to slow it down, pay attention, and focus on it. Do you know what I'm saying? And without that, you know, without that happening, you know, you will miss a lot of details that you need to see, right? Let's play a bit more.
No comment. Yeah, I think maybe I...
Look, see, all the girls are now hanging their head in the shade. They know what it is, bro. This is what I said to you, man, them. Like, when the girls be talking all the time, bro. They be talking all the time. I already told, when I failed on one girl, I just told the world, listen, I failed. I was 2 minutes. Yeah, listen, because it's not about to be me. You're going to come, if I become a big YouTuber, someone's going to come on the works about Kojo. I saw you hit it one time and it was 2 minutes. Yeah, one time I did hit it. Yeah, I hit one girl for 2 minutes and I busted my cat. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not every single time, but that's one time I hit it. And I'm just going to be honest with you so that you can get it out of the way. I don't want anyone coming out of the woodwork saying that Kojo was 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, the girls don't be talking, kids. The girl don't be talking, kids. They be talking to each other and telling each other how dead the thing was, cuz. Now, that's how, like, it's so bad she didn't want to go there again. That's, for me, like, it's a mausoleum. It's a mausoleum, you know. I don't know what happened again, but I don't know. Like, do you know what I mean? Everyone's dropping their head.
Maybe I just don't talk about it because it's nowhere good.
Oh, she said it's nowhere good. Oh, Hayley. Oh, man. Man, listen, look. You know, it's tough. It is tough because, like I said, watching Hayley and Jacob, we saw there was a disconnect the whole entire season. She tried to mold him. You know, she tried to put different clothes on him, tried to get him to be different, you know, change the 80s stuff, but she just never liked him in the first place, so it was never going to work. She never found him physically attractive. It was never going to work. That's the trouble, and that's the problem of the situation. So we'll play a little bit more of it, and then we'll end it there.
I did not mesh either of them would have been great in this experiment with other people. I just think from minute one.
Look, the girls tried to save it. There's no reason why you need to save it. Because this wasn't about them being complete opposites. This is about the fact that the sex didn't bang. You understand? It's not about the connection. It's about the fact that the sex didn't bang. Okay, ladies? I know the girl's trying to save her because she's drowning right now. You don't need to, okay? Keep it honest and truthful. Keep it stepping. Do you feel what I'm saying? I don't actually have a problem with the fact that she mentioned it. She didn't actually say it was necessarily really, he's bad. Da, da, da. She alluded to it more of a sense. So we had to kind of make the dots connect. Do I think she's still a bit of a mean girl? Yeah, I still think she's a bit of a mean girl. But the truth of the matter is, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Man, them, listen, hit it right the first time. If you're Christian, listen, you should only be hitting your wife, then you won't have the complaints. But if you are hitting it and you are not a Christian, listen, you've seen what happens here. You better hit it right. You better get it tight. Or they were talking about you in the group chat. All right? Appreciate you guys. Stay up, stay loaded. We'll see you guys soon. Mussolini, baby. Stay